Hey guys, I'm back again with a part two video of how to bulk upload your paparazzi invoices into Square for those of us who use Square and not Shopify or any other of the online websites, invoicing procedures or everything. So I've gotten a couple of questions, some really good ones, and I just kind of wanted to go back and readdress some things as well as show you some further steps that I kind of skimmed over last time, but I didn't fully go through. So hopefully this will kind of clarify some things for those who may have watched the video several times. I've seen how many people have watched it, the comments, the likes. I really appreciate it. I didn't realize how many people may be in the situation of where I was. I thought maybe I was just helping one or two people, but I see that it was a blessing to many more. So I do feel great about that. So I just wanted to kind of come back and share a couple of more details about this, and then we can go over. I'm not a Square expert, but I have learned through a lot of trial and error. I use it very faithfully in my entire business, from even when I do my invoicing. Everything that I do, that I upload, I don't just upload it just to show it and have it. I actually use my Square to help with my invoicing, to keep my count correct, deduct my inventory as I check my people out. And the way that I put stuff on, there's several ways. You can make barcodes and buy you one of those scanners off of Amazon or wherever you choose to buy it from. And you can create scanners, product barcodes, and try to do that. I know Paparazzi, it comes with its own barcode on there. I've never tried doing any of the scanning stuff, but what I do is I do upload it, and the way that I check it out of my invoice is by the name of the product itself. So I know some people choose to take all their stuff out of the product, the packaging, and have it hanging up. If you notice behind me, you see a lot of plastic because I only put out one display item in my shop. I put out one display item, and then I keep everything else in the package. But I do keep the package of the display item as well. So that way, one, I can put it back in the package as I'm bagging and boxing things up. But two, it just helps when I'm trying to check things out to make sure that I have the right product. Now, sometimes bags get tore, things happen, and you have to put it in a maybe an old Hostess bag or something like that. And that happens. But just making sure you understand the names, and it makes it easy for product looked up. If you're looking for a particular item, you can go back and search by name, or at least a key name, and your inventory will search and see if you can pull that up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And that's a whole nother video from the time, but I just kind of want to throw that out there. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my screen with you and kind of walk you through my process. So that way it'll kind of make it a lot easier when we come to looking at everything that I'm doing. All right, so you see me many times fold. So we're going to go ahead and look at this particular screen, which is my Square dashboard. You see right there, I'm on my Square dashboard. We're getting that together. And now we're going to go ahead and look. I have my website pulled up so that way I can verify some things. I always kind of do to make sure what it looks like, make sure I've done it right. And then we're going to download one of my invoices. So I'm going to be looking for invoice 2339. It's right here at the top. I've already pre-located it just for purposes of the video. And so I'm going to go right here. I'm gonna go ahead and download our pictures, as well as I'm gonna scoot down just a little bit, and I'm gonna download our order expert. Okay, and so or export, I'm sorry. And we're gonna extract all of those pictures so that it'll come out that zip file. I can get to them fast when I'm ready to put them on the website. All right, I can tell from the way it did not extract. I've done this enough times. So usually if it extracts properly, it will pull up another file. So I'm gonna re-extract it again just for my understanding. And now you see it actually extracted the file fully. I can see all of the product pictures that come with these items. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize that screen and close that one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my Excel sheet. So from this screen, I'm going to go ahead and, as I told you in my previous video, look at part one. I'm going to move quickly through this because I've done a video on it. I'm going to add my quantity, and I'm going to delete all the rows that are second and third in the image position. If it has 2 or 3, anything less than that's more than a 1, I'm going to delete because Square is not going to recognize that. So we're going to go ahead and delete these couple of rows. Okay, I'm just going to go through this, and I do this every time I do a bulk upload, just because I know what makes it easier for Square. If not, you'll start getting a whole bunch of error messages, and that discourages a lot of people. It just used to discourage me so much, and so I just want to make sure that I am not doing that. Okay, and helping you not get frustrated the way that I used to when I was trying to figure this thing out, but I didn't give up. All right, I did not give up. Okay, so now we've deleted all of those extras, and now I'm just gonna go through. I always check my invoices to make sure I received everything. You do that as a business. You want to make sure that you got everything that your invoice says that you're supposed to have on it. Okay, the right numbers. So I'm gonna go through and add those numbers. So I usually look here. Sometimes the names can be confusing. You might want to look at your title name, but I can usually tell between the handle and the title what item it is. So I know that I bought 4 of these. I got 4 of these. Sometimes it goes in order of your invoice, your paper invoice. Sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. So I'm looking and I'm adding those numbers. And usually I like to buy 4 of certain items unless I really think I can use it a lot or I'm going to have a high demand. I just buy 4 because I rotate my inventory pretty quickly, or at least I attempt to. So I want to make sure that I don't have too many of one item on hand, because sometimes it can take up extra space or you'll have to put it somewhere else. That's just how I order. You order how you want to. I'm not the order expert. You order how you choose to, but I choose. As you can see, I bought 9 of this particular item because I thought that I'm going to be able to turn it or get a good sales ratio on it. Or I may just wanted to have a couple of extras, but I had an idea in mind when I saw this particular piece. All right, so I'm going to save. You always want to save it. And now we're going to minimize that screen. We're going to come right on over to our Square dashboard. And now we're going to be able to go through our online. I'm sorry. We're going to go to items. And then we're going to go to actions, import. And then, of course, you want to modify. Again, all this I went over in part 1. I'm just going to kind of move quickly. We're going to go to all files, and then now you'll find that sheet, depending on what you have. I'm using a Windows-based software. If you're using Apple, I'm not for sure, or a Mac, I'm not for sure how that works there. But if you use Dell, HP, any of the Windows-based computers, then you should be similar to what I'm doing here. So now I've imported the order. We're going to click none. Item name, we're going to go by title. Description, we're going to go by the body, HTML. And then we're going to go for the SKU. We're going to go by variant SKU. And then we're going to go by the variant inventory policy. We're going to scroll past all the option items. And again, price, variant price. And then you added that quantity. So you should see that there. We're going to go ahead and confirm. And then it's going to give you this. You are about to overwrite location-specific information. Assign your columns per location to give each unique setting. We're going to go to continue and overwrite, meaning we're going to be adding. And we know that we are permanently adding to our website. All right, so the product is uploading. And we have imported successfully. Okay, we have imported successfully, and now we can go back to our home screen. And now we can go and we've loaded. So now I'm going to go down to our online. As I told you in the previous video, in part 1, I always do it from the online side when I try to upload my items. You can do it from the item screen, but it's easier from the online. It's a lot of less steps. I've come to find out, and it's just more accurate for me. Now, for you, it could be something different. You're gonna go to filters. You're gonna go unavailable or hidden. Either one will work. Our items have not popped up yet. I told you sometimes it can take a second, so we're gonna give it a couple of seconds to see if those items will pop up. All right, and now we're ready. All right, so just checking to make sure that my screen was working great. All right, so we're gonna clear that out. We're gonna try again. We're gonna go unavailable or hidden. And now you'll see those items have now uploaded. So these items are now marked unavailable, which means they're not going to be, they're unavailable. So they may pop up on the website as an item. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. So if I go to shop all on my website, I'm gonna go to newest, okay? And now it's gonna show me those items are still not there. They're not visible. They're not visible to the audience as of right now, okay, which makes them unavailable because we have not made them available. So that means they're not there. That's good. That means you can have them uploaded or pre-uploaded, but you haven't activated them yet. You'll see that the stock count is already there. The pricing is there. Everything's there that we need. So we're gonna go to our first item. Okay, and this is free expression silver. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the folder I downloaded, and we're going to look for free expression silver. Okay, and that's going to be right here because their pictures do have the name. They also show the quantity. If you've never noticed that, it'll tell you the name, free expression, the color silver, quantity 4. The first number will be the quantity that you ordered, okay? And then this is picture 1 or picture 2 or 3. So just understand the lingo of how it's titled will also help you not make that mistake. So now I've uploaded my pictures. I like to prefer the stock picture of the item itself and then the picture of it being worn, depending on if it's a necklace, a ring, I'll order them a certain way. With my necklaces, I do them a certain way. I think I told y'all that in the previous video. So I have my stock picture already there because of the way it was done here, it's already uploaded in order. So we're gonna scroll down, we'll see our title, we'll see our name. I'm gonna delete again all of this nonsense information here because it's gonna show up as nonsense. Whatever those characters were, Square does not recognize them, so it's no point of having them there. So we just delete all of that out. So you just highlight, delete, highlight, delete. This is what probably takes the most time, just getting that little extra stuff off, but not bad. I'm gonna take this from unavailable to visible, or you can even make it hidden, okay? So if you leave it unavailable, it will not be seen. If you want to hide it, you'll be able to see it in your inventory, but it will not be seen. So I'm gonna do hidden just so I can kind of give you a example. And I'm clicking on my delivery options or my fulfillment options of how this item can be fulfilled if they order. And then I'm gonna drop it into the correct category that I have. So I have a list of categories. I'm gonna go down to my bracelet category. I did this. I have my main category and then there's subcategories. I did all of that myself, and that will be another video if you need that information. But we know that this is a cuff, so I click on women's bracelet cuff so that it'll go to the right area of my website. I'm going to save and then verify that the categories that it should fall under, it should be women's bracelet, which is the main category. The sub category should be cuff bracelets. Okay, I go back up to make sure they got the item number, the stock number, everything is there. If you want this item to be tax exempt, you can do that as well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit the save button at the top. And now that item is here, but it is in the hidden mode. I'm gonna refresh my screen here to kind of show you what it does when it comes to the website aspect. So again, you'll see this is my newest items and it's not there, okay? It's not there, everything's good. As you can see, my customers can see how many items I have. I have 3,011 items in my shop and also uploaded online and still uploading more, all right? So I have a variety of items available for my customers, as you should as well when you can. So now I'm gonna go back to the item. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to that item and now I'm gonna actually make it available, which is now gonna make it to where my customers will be able to see it, okay? And so we're gonna click visibility, and now I just made it available. And what you'll see is it's no longer in that hidden mode or unavailable. It's now in the available and it's dropped it down. So again, if I refresh my screen, you will see now it has popped up into the available items. Again, that just is from my newest shopping, and I've made my website the way I want it to look. If I go to bracelets, you'll be able to see that you can go to bracelets or buy shop all, but now in bracelets under the newest search, you'll see that it's there. So these are the last bracelets that I uploaded, but I can also just go to cuffs, which is my subcategory under bracelets. Now you see all the subcategories that I have, which makes it easy for your customers to shop if you want to. And again, I still under the newest. Now you can see the bracelets that I've uploaded, the latest that are in the cuff category if you're shopping by newest items uploaded for those who frequently come back. And you can also see how many cuffs are available through that category. Okay, so that's just a couple of ways to show you. And again, I could do that for all of these items. I just wanted to quickly show you how to do that. Now, if you ever want to take that item off, you can just go back. You would delete the filter. So that way it'll go back to every item. I'm going to key in free expression. And sometimes you don't have to key it all in, just enough for it to recognize. I'm going to open this item. It's right there. I'm going to open that item up. And now I'm going to take this item back to being an unavailable status. Okay, and I'm going to save it. So now when I go back to my filter, it should pop back up under my unavailable and hidden items. And as you can see, it is there. I'm sorry. I have the name still in it. And now I took the name out. You'll see that it pops back up with those items. And that is how you'll be able to upload your items and get them on there, make sure that they're there, that the product screen is there. Everything is going to be the way you want it. And it's in your file. So that way you can see how it looks to the customer. I didn't show you one more thing. So let me show you this real quick. And then we'll be done with this video. I hope this, again, will be helpful to you and for your needs of what you need. All right, here we go. So what I want to show you here is that when you actually upload this item, let me make it available again. I know if somebody's on my website right now and they're seeing this item pop up, they may be irritated with me because it's been up and down, but I doubt it, but I'm just saying. So if you go here, now you will see that you can click on the item. And when it opens up for your customer, it's going to look, you're going to see the product. You're going to see both. They can click on either picture. They can even, they can even zoom over it, okay, where they can zoom up and really see the details. So it gives them a chance to look at the item as if almost like you were showing it. They can really get into those details. And then they can add 1 or 2 or 3, however they want to do it. They can pick their shipping, their local delivery, store pickup, and then add to cart, and it'll add tax if it's going to be taxed, however you got it. The product description is there. Everything that you need to know will be there. So those are just a few keys so you can see how that will work on your side. I hope, again, this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions or need some more help, please let me know. I have no problem making a video or trying to figure it out if I can in the time that I have. Hopefully this will be helpful to my Square users and continue keeping you motivated to try this Square out. I love Square. It is a great product tool that has helped me with my business, with my organization, and hopefully it'll help you with yours too. All right, Paparazzi Consultants, I hope that this video will find its way to you when you need it the most, and I will talk to you guys. Have a great day.